There, Virgo. Here is your weekly message for July 15th to the 21st. Don't forget to check out the High Vibe Monday email as well. That one just helps you learn and develop tips and practices and techniques so that you stay high flying your whole life. Without further ado, let's get straight to your message, shall we, Virgo? Oh, Virgos, letting go, letting go, letting go. You can only hold a grudge for so long. If you could only begin to realize, or a little more blunt, just accept that it was a huge miscommunication, a huge misinterpretation. There is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with the other person. It was just a perfect storm of miscommunication. It's time for you to stop holding a grudge against the other person, and if they reach out, holding it against them and playing into that image they had. Why not explain the truth? This is how I really viewed it. Why not ask questions? Well, what makes you view it that way? What makes you view me as a monster? What makes me view you as this? What actions did I take that made you view that way? Were there any actions that I could have taken to make you feel more comfortable? How long are you going to live in grudge land, Virgo? Resent land, hate land, because it's only lowering your vibrational set point. It's only dampening your experience now. The other person's beginning to float on, move on. You have a window of opportunity to reach out to them and communicate with them. That window is shortening, Virgos. Do you want to move from resent land to regret land? Why have your emotional epiphany from extreme pain? Why not allow yourself to begin, Virgo, to allow yourself to grow in a positively uplifting way? Allow yourself to grow in an expansive way. Allow yourself to get out ahead of the bad emotions and allow yourself to learn in a good way. Much of your growth before has come from, here's this thing that went wrong. Oh, here's what I learned. You're learning from vibrational contrast, from anger, from hurt. Why not allow yourself to shift and grow in a way that feels good? That was the main difference we see between you and the other person. The other person had a positive belief system that you can learn in a loving, supportive, caring, uplifting way. You have a belief system that any growth, any self-development has to come from pain. That was the biggest source of miscommunication between the two of you. They were trying to, let's release our demons, our old baggage, but let's do it in a way where we feel good. You got to suffer to release it. Why are you're clearly not trying to learn if you're being that damn happy. And they're like, no, you're clearly not learning if you're being that dang grumpy. That is the essence of the miscommunication between the two of you. Wake up, grow up, let go of the resentment, let go. Let go of the anger, let go of the frustration, and either move on your own to something new or allow a phone call where you approach it with curiosity. Hey, it's been a while. I wonder how have you been? Can we just focus on the good things in our life for a while? I'd love to just reconnect as a human. All right, well, now that we've reconnected, I'd love to go back and just, I saw that you always had this mindset, this view of me. I'm curious, what actions did I take to help you come to that conclusion, and what actions could I have done to make you feel more encouraged, supported, nourished, loved? And then you share with them, well, may I share an image I had of you and let you know the actions you took that let me come to that conclusion and what could have been done differently? And don't hold on to, Virgos. A lot of you make excellent doctors because you are perfectionists and meticulous and detail-oriented. You cannot hold on to, if you would do this action, I would feel loved. That's control. If you would say, I'm looking to feel loved by you and feel like we're on the same team, and I know actions like this and like this help me feel loved. The other person may not be able to do those for whatever reason, but if they go, oh, it sounds like you're looking for someone to take some of your personal chores off your plate. Well, babe, what if I order in a housemaid for you to take care of that. Maybe they can't be the one to clean it. Because if you're holding on to, they must clean my house for me to feel loved, what if they're busy that week? You're setting it up for a lose-lose situation. Allow them to, well, babe, what if I do, here's some other things I could do to kind of take some work off your plate. Would any of these feel good? That's, hey, I need a little more connection from you, and leaving it open for the two of you to come together, to work together for how can we make sure we both get that feeling of connection instead of you have to do this thing for me to feel good. That puts them in an awkward situation where if they don't do it, it means they don't love you. And that wasn't the case, Virgo. That simply wasn't the case. When are you going to grow up to your next maturity level, your next way of communicating and connecting and experiencing a more loving life? The choice is yours. Now's an opportunity, a grand opportunity time for you to take that growth and expansion, as well as you have that shortening gap of time to reach out to that other person. If we were standing in your physical shoes, we know that we would wake up now. We're curious what you will choose. With that, we invite Kelly to pull 7 cards, 2 cards, 3 cards. So I always let Spirit do a custom spread for every sign. And they said, if you guys are new here, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I would much appreciate it. If you want to stay up to date on all the future content, go ahead and hit subscribe. It looks like you're really reminiscing about someone because you got the 6 of Cups, but the Tower and the 5 of Swords precede it. So there's a little bit of fear of reaching back out to them because you're afraid of hurt, of pain. You're afraid of a fight. You're afraid of conflict. So that's the reason why even though you're thinking back fondly and you're like, you want those good times and those good memories back, you're not reaching out because you're just afraid it's going to lead to more pain in the long run. But what it is that you essentially have a choice because you got the 7 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the 4 of Swords. Them is some fighting words. That's just, you have your guard up. You're very defensive, Virgo. You can't approach a relationship from the viewpoint of, here's my need and I need to get it met at all costs. If you don't help me meet it, that's defensive. When you're like, here's my need, it better get met. It puts the other person in this place of like, damn, could you give me a chance? Could you have given me a chance? Because the other person in that situation feels, they're not giving me the opportunity to like express love, to be with them, to show that I love them, to show that I care. And that oftentimes makes them feel, especially when you've been with them longer and longer and longer, more length of time, it's like, dang, don't they by now have a little trust? Don't they by now realize that I'm on their team? Because if you keep that guard up for a long time, they're just going to get tired of it and they're going to feel like, forget it. If by now he doesn't trust me, if by now he doesn't see that I'm on his side, like, forget it. Because no one wants to be in a position, especially in a romantic relationship, when they're trying to prove their worth to you, when they're trying to prove that they love you, like all the effing time. Come on, that's tiring. But it looks like you're kind of like, you're avoiding a situation because you're being like extremely defensive. And from that, you're doing the 4 of Swords, which is a bit of a reprieve, a retreat. You're kind of, let me pause and take a break. All that's doing is the other person's moving on though. So you're a little just too defensive about that decision to reach out to them or to not reach out or to move on or to not. And it likely comes from childhood trauma where you guys were very ignored, emotional neglect. You guys should just go Google emotional neglect and find some books on trauma from that. Because when you're 2 and you're going through, every 2-year-old has a self-centered phase and it's so healthy and it's so natural and it's so normal. When you have parents, when you're, between 2 to 4, maybe 2 to 5, and if you guys want someone who's very trained in this to work through some of this stuff, you want an attachment theory specialist. There are psychologists that they're specialized in trauma that happens from the age of like 0 to 7, I believe. So just like Google it, find the one that resonates with you. But anyway, when you're like 2 to 3 to 4 and you have a parent who like looks at you, especially if it's like, the mom or whichever one is your primary emotional support, look at you and go, curious how you're going to figure that out. How are you going to figure that out? When you're 2, you can't do shit. You can't make your own food. You can't go and earn money to buy your own food. So when you're literally helpless and someone's like, how are you going to figure that out? That sets you up for a predisposition of viewing love as war. I need to make sure my need is met, and if you ask for anything, then you're being needy. So you got to heal that. Okay, so your encouragement for that, instead of trying to avoid a situation by taking a break, you got to admit that 3 of Cups, you want love. You want fun. You want to experience love in a whole new way. And that just is a rampage of, I'm ready to experience love in a whole new way. I'm ready to experience love in a more positively uplifting way, in a way that feels good, in a way that feels mutually beneficial for both, in a way that feels heart expanding for both. I'm ready to experience love in a whole new way, in a whole new way that just feels good. I'm ready to feel better in relationships where it just feels like we seem to rendezvous at just the right time and we're better off than we were before we rendezvoused. Meeting with this person, it feels so good to spend time with them. If you just start doing energy rampages like that, that will help. Okay. Damn, Virgos, Spirit's putting you on blast in this reading. Spirit, give me a comment below what's going on. So another thing that they're encouraging you to do, instead of being defensive and like guarded about that one person, you did love that person. It's the 3 of Cups. So, homie G's, you're a bit of a player. You're a bit of a playerette. You're a bit of a, in case this one doesn't work out, I want a plan B. You gotta let that go if you're really gonna have one succeed, where you get that full-on union, we're each other's best friends, we're helping each other grow. Because the other person they may not be able to, I know that you cheated on me this date, this time, I know that you did X, Y, Z. They may not be able to like say what it is you did, but they could energetically feel it. When you're dating someone and you go out with plan B, or you may not even go out with them, you might just be on the phone with them, talking to them all night, and the other person reaches out to call you and you don't respond and answer until the next day, that sends a signal. That's a sign. And if they go, oh, what happened last night? Hey, look, I'm not trying to date someone needy now. You need to learn to take care of your own needs because I'm a very busy person. That's the top 3, the 7 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the 4 of Swords. That's the punishing the other person for wanting to reach out and play with their best friend, their partner. Virgos, understand and love yourself that you're just trying to maybe take like the shotgun approach. Well, if I go out and date these 7 girls, one of them has to work, right? No, when you're trying to date too many people, you just don't really allow that one connection to grow with that one person. So it's kind of like, instead of the 4 of Swords where it's a break, it's the Hermit card. You really got to go within and ask yourself, or within to yourself, if you want like a therapist to help you process this, maybe. What do you want out of a relationship? Love and connection. What does love and connection mean to you? Does it mean, you might like the book, The 5 Love Languages. I'll link to it down below for you guys. It might look something like, to me, it means cuddling. To me, it means lots of physical affection. To me, it means just helping each other out. If I forgot my lunch at work, my babe will drop it off to me on her way to work. It might mean, I love when those little gifts, when someone's out and about and they come back with a random gift, because that really lets me know that they love me. What does love mean to you? If you were to have your ideal relationship, just what would the day-to-day of it look like? That's what you have to do so that you can be the King of Cups instead of the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is that defensive little cunt that I pointed out to you. The King of Cups is the, hey, this is what I value. I value relationship where we're each other's best friends, we're playing, we're traveling together. I don't mind if I'm taking care of some of the finances, but what I'm really looking for is a partner who loves taking care of some of the household. It's that type of communication. Instead of like an interrogation, what do you do for a living? Do you like it? Are you on good terms with your past employers? Because you're a freaking Virgo. You know you do that. The King of Cups is, yeah, I'm looking for someone who really values and cherishes their employers as a place of sustenance. And even if you didn't get along with them or like the job, you at least appreciated the financial contribution to their life, so you left on good terms. Like, is that your view of work? Do you see how it's about expressing your values versus interrogating them to make sure they meet your meticulous, ridiculous list? Because you don't want to do what we said previously in the video where you must be this exact way in order for me to see that I can love you, to see that you're worthy of love, to see that I can trust you. The King of Cups is just, he's so confident in this is what I value. I know it's coming to me, and it's just my duty to express. I'm looking for a relationship where we are each other's best friends, and that means, Virgos, you have to drop your side booze. You have to drop your side booze. Because that's not fair for you to have a fun, loving connection evening with someone. The other person only focusing on you, and they call you and then they get scolded and they're like feeling a little hurt, a little like disconnected, a little like, where was my playmate? I had some good news I want to share. I'm like, oh, hey babe, where were you? Like, what happened last night? Were you okay? Like, they're just reaching out to see, were you okay? Oh man, I feel hurt and disappointed. I want to share my best friend. And they might be feeling insecure because they intuitively, energetically picked up that you were a cheating, trifling hoe. And so when they reach out to either make sure you're okay or to like, hey, are we still good? Are we still good friends? I wanted to share my awesome good thing with you. And they get scolded by you. Oh, I can't date a needy girl. You're just like poking someone who's a little hurt with a stick. Instead, be the King of Cups. Hey, babe, sorry I couldn't answer the phone last night. I had XYZ come up that I had to tend to. Okay, to conclude it, you have the Eight of Pentacles. So if you want to go back to that person, it's going to be a little bit of work, a little bit of it. It's not, I'm not picking up drama if you go back to your person. It's just a little bit of work of trying to understand where the other person was coming from. When you did XYZ, how did that make them feel? When they did XYZ, how did that make you feel? How can we move together so we both feel nourished? I'm really looking for a girl. I just love it when they massage my shoulders when I come home from work. And she might go, oh, you know what? My hands aren't really like, I'm not that strong, but what if I like got us a massage once a week? Or what if I'm really good, babe, at sound healing, or I'm really good at yoga. Could I help you stretch? It's that open dialogue for how you guys can both mutually get your needs met. Yeah, all I can tell you, Virgos, is that this person you're looking back in the future, you're looking back with a little regret, and you're looking back with, but it was so close, but it was so perfect. It was the closest I've ever been to someone who might be the one. And what would help you do that is if you can move from the Queen of Swords to the King of Cups. Allow it to be a mutually collaborating conversation for how everyone's needs could get met. Do not, Virgos, put it in a situation where, here's what I need. Can you do that or not? And if this person can't meet, if meeting your needs is a detriment to themselves, I need someone who, God, I can't think of an example right now. But if it's in order for my need to get met and me to feel good, you feel bad, that's how you were setting it up before. That is a lose-lose scenario. That is every single time your need gets met, this person feels bad. Every time their need gets met, you feel bad. It's got to be, hey, I know that when I come home and I get like a massage and a hug, I feel so welcomed, I feel so loved, I feel so warmed in. What I like about that is when I come home from work, I just get to drop all that at the door and then I get to enter a new world. So I love it when I'm greeted. Babe, I didn't know you'd like that. I've been wanting to run up and hug you. Maybe they're not going to give you the massage. Maybe they just want to run up and hug you and snuggle up with you. Maybe some kisses. Maybe some good loving. Or maybe they want to cook something and go, babe, I made you a cookie as soon as you get home. Be collaborative in how your need gets met so you both feel good. That's the wrap up. All right, if you guys are looking for any more help with this, I have 2 amazing ways that you can explore, and deep dive a little bit more. I have 2-night, 3-day intensives. They're private little retreats just for you, coupled with me in spirit. I'm calling it Soul Recharge, where once you set foot in Chattanooga, Tennessee, you are not taking care of anything. I am taking care of all of your meals, and I am giving you the finest, highest quality. I've got a good vegan place with all natural food. I also know a great barbecue that only sources the highest quality of meat. We'll do it on your dietary restrictions, your dietary preferences. I'm taking care of all of your food. You and I will start the weekend off with a dinner. Maybe not weekend. We'll start your soul recharge off with a dinner where I custom curate your entire experience. A driver, your personal butler for your whole time here, is going to pick you up from the airport, handle all of your baggage for you. She will walk you to your room, show you your gift bag. She will take care of any shopping needs you have while you're here. She will pick up all of the food for you. Your personal butler while you're here in Chattanooga. You are getting a complete soul recharge. You're going to deep dive with me in spirit anywhere from 6 to 8 hours spread out in different sessions. You're going to get a complete, full-on, all-inclusive. This is included. I'm picking up the tab on this for your spa treatment, and we're going to custom build it just for you. Maybe you want your nails done. Maybe you want a facial. Maybe you want a manicure. We're going to build it for you. No matter what, you're definitely getting a massage. And the place is a luxury. It is cobblestone pathway right out in front. It is overlooking the beautiful Hunter Museum. The hotel room is so nice and so plush, overlooking a beautiful river right next to a gorgeous romantic walking bridge, taking you to a lot of cute stores in downtown Chattanooga. So if that's something you're looking for, send me an email, kelly@kellylunt.com, or go to kellylunt.com/apply. If you're looking for growth but not quite as intensive as that, go ahead and go to kellylunt.com/high vibe and come hang out with me in my membership club. I've got a level called the Do It Yourself level that is only $12.99 per month. You get access to hours and hours and hours of pre-recorded content of spirit walking people through their personal situation that you get to listen to get your own personal aha moments, as well as you get an ability to submit questions to me so I can answer them for you to do it at your own time, your own leisure. Do it yourself. Or you can join at the interactive level, which is just $99 per month. And both of these are just month to month, no contract. So come play, hang out as long as you need, as long as you want. Leave when you're done. That one comes with a live workshop every month along with all of the other goodies. So come hang out, kellylunt.com/high vibe. Love you guys. Bye.